Okay, so in the summary, how are you going to open up your comprehension conversation?
With a retell. So I want to say something along her lines. Let's pretend as if I've never read the story. Mm-hmm. And I want you to retell the story using sequence words.
Okay. So what prompt could you use if they don't draw that he was happy when he found the sticks?
So I would say, how do you think Carlos is feeling when he finds the sticks? If they don't know, I can prompt them with, let's turn to this page. Let's look at the words on page 12. I see that, okay.
Step away. You're doing heavy lifting.
Okay, I am. What in the story,
So go back to your notes about Chanel.
Okay.
Because then that's going to help us.
So how do you think Carlos is feeling? And then I could prompt them with, why do you think that? Mm-hmm. And then go further into, so if they say, he's upset, why do you think that? What in the story makes you think that?
So what are the prompts that you're going to add into your plan now?
The prompts I'm going to add is, why is Carlos looking for sticks? How do you think Carlos feels when he finds the sticks? Mm-hmm. What in the story makes you think that? And how is Carlos feeling? Did I say that? Mm-hmm. How is Carlos feeling?
And then what in the story makes you think that, which
Right.
then draws them back to that text.
Right.
Okay. So thinking about next steps for planning. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what are your next steps that you're going to implement into your lesson plans to draw in your objective for the comprehension skill into the comprehension conversation?
I am going to, in the summary, make sure that I'm including those inferences in what I want to hear from the students. I'm also going to include those prompts in there so that I know this is what I want, and if I don't get that, this is how I can prompt that out of them.
Great. And then when can you implement?
I will implement them for my next guided reading plans.
Great. So this Sunday?
Yes,
Okay.
this Sunday.